Welcome back to West Texas View.
Welcome back to the West Texas View. We're talking about Girl Scouts, and Janice Hogan is with the Girl Scouts of the Desert Southwest, which encompasses all of the Permian Basin, which includes some of New Mexico, all the way to the edges of our state, El Paso, down along the Rio Grande, and so on. But Girl Scouts is so much more than just cookie sales, and that's what unfortunately a lot of people think about when they think about Girl Scouts. But I want you to spend this last few minutes telling everything else we need to know about Girl Scouts.
Well, cookies are a big part of Girl Scouts, and our cookie season for next year will be starting in mid-January and go through March, which of course Girl Scout cookies are the way we provide funding for all of our programs. The troops earn money, which they get to use for their camping trips or outings or various community projects they want to accomplish. The council receives a little bit of the money that we use to provide the programs and the different things for Girl Scouts. So it's still a very essential part of Girl Scouts. Some people don't know we also do a fall product, which we just completed our fall product season. And we start that in September, and we generally do, there's various different kinds of nuts and trail mixes and chocolates and candies and magazine subscriptions and those kind of things that we found a need for a fall product because of the fact that so many troops form in the fall and they're brand new. So they have no money from their cookies yet to do arts and crafts or field trips or any of the things that they need to accomplish. And so the fall product helps them get a little start. We call it our friends and family sale. And then they have enough to get them through to the next cookie season.
And the quality of the things at the Girl Scouts sale is really important.
Oh, yes.
And one of the things I want to say about salesmanship is that Joni, when she was doing it, had never done anything like that as a little 8-year-old, and her first year she sold 144 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, and I was just amazed. But I was also amazed at how she learned to be really intuitive about how to approach a customer. And she got really good at her sales pitch, and she really managed her time. She knew how many boxes she was going to sell every week, and she worked hard to make sure she met that goal.
Right, it's a really good lesson in finances for the girls in goal setting, because normally the troops will decide on something they want to accomplish with their cookie money that year, and then they'll determine how many boxes of cookies they have to sell to accomplish that. And then they also have to learn, you know, everybody says the #1 fear for people is public speaking. And there are some little girls that their very first time they are just scared to death to go up to that front door or go with mom to work and talk to her coworkers. And by the end of the sale, they can do that no problem.
That's right.
They're just full of confidence and pride. So it's a really good thing.
I know. Well, let's talk a little bit more about anything else that you want to.
Well, we talked last week about the December 3rd event, and I want to make sure that people know that everyone in the community is welcome at this event. Anyone who is a Girl Scout, a friend of Girl Scout, is interested in Girl Scouts, or just has a Saturday they want to spend some time doing something fun, because we're going to have live
And because it is going to be fun.
Oh, yes.
And entertaining.
Yes. Every booth is going to have a hands-on activity that they can do. We're going to have a passport as the girls enter, that each booth represents a different country on the passport, and they have to have them all stamped. So the merchants are going to get their exposure as well. So if anyone is interested in being a merchant, we may still have a few booths left, or if you're just interested in coming and supporting Girl Scouts, it will be December 3rd from 10 to 2. 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. We're going to have lots of restaurant vendors out there, so you can come and have your lunch.
Does it cost to get into the door?
Yes, ma'am. There is going to be a $5 admission at the door, a maximum of 15 per family, because we don't want to penalize people with large families. We don't want them to have to spend an unreasonable amount. So 15 will get your entire family in, or $5 gets a single individual in.
But you can spend the whole day doing some fun things that you'll also learn at.
Oh, yes. And get lots of valuable information, have a chance to eat lunch and learn more about Girl Scouts. We will, of course, we always have registration booths there. We're going to be taking new registrations for girls that aren't in a troop yet or want to experience the Girl Scout ways we can help them with that as well.
And you're going to sign up volunteers.
Oh,
if
yes.
anybody says,
We
hey,
always need volunteers.
I wanna be
and
involved.
it's not just troop leaders we need, because some people don't think they have the kind of time commitment, or maybe they're concerned about their own personal skill level, which of course we always provide training, we provide support, we provide mentors to help new leaders, but we also have a lot of other needs in our council.
And because Girl Scouts really believe that the father is a very important part of the family, there's a lot of father-daughter activities.
In fact,
and so we need fathers to volunteer.
Absolutely.
Too.
Well, we need fathers. Fathers go with us just about everywhere we go. I mean, whether we're camping, whether if we had 2 fathers working at our summer day camp last year, and in fact, in March. The Midland area has a father-daughter dance. We call it our Hearts and Roses dance.
I love it.
And it's an excellent opportunity for girls to learn about how they're supposed to be treated by a guy.
That's exactly right.
And it just gives them a fun opportunity. The moms are not even allowed there. A lot of us will go and work it, and we have to come and bring the food out and set the table and then leave, because it's a special night for the girls and their dads. And I've had girls that, as adults, are telling me how memorable that was and how special that is.
Too.
We take pictures there, just similar to a prom, you know, where we take pictures of the fathers and the daughters dressed up. They can do flowers with the halos and the boutonnieres and the corsages. So it's a very fun experience.
And so, and that I wanted to be sure and say, because I think Jerry, Joni's father, enjoyed Girl Scouting as much, and that was our only child, and so he was never involved in Boy Scouts, but he really was involved in Girl Scouts.
Right. It's a wonderful experience, and Midland's father-daughter dance has been a tradition for several years now, and this year I'm real proud of our folks out in Andrews and in Kermit. They have plans this year to do their own father-daughter dance. In the past, they've had to travel to Midland, and we have such strong Girl Scout troops out there. We've got things going that they want to do their own.
And Lamesa, I know Lamesa has a really strong, and you've already mentioned Big Spring, so there's a lot of good, strong troops.
I wanted to tell you, when we were talking about cookies, our #1 seller in our council this last year and year before is a little girl named Savannah Bell. And she lives in Kermit and goes to school in Wink. And she sold over 3,000 boxes of cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Both years. I told her that she must have made everybody in Kermit buy 3 boxes.
That's true. Oh.
But it's a wonderful opportunity for girls of all ages, sizes, and whatever to have learning experiences.
So don't forget to come December 3rd to the
Martin Luther King
Civic Center.
Yes, it's across the street from Lee Freshman.
And it's how much?
It's $5.
$5 a person, or $15 a family, and it starts at
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay, we'll see you next Sunday with another program, and thanks again to Janice.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery. This has been a public affairs presentation of KWAB TV and KWES TV.